No. Man, I hope y'all can hear me, man. What's going on, man? Bless up. God bless. Had to get on. Really didn't want to go live. I could, but it really didn't matter. Just had some shit on my mind, man. Just like these last couple of days, last 24 hours, should I say. I've been watching some of the lives, you know, listening to some of the energy that's being put out here in the universe, man, and it's my mind's being blown. And then you got, okay, first things first. Let's talk about the president, Donald Trump, and his new way of thinking. The motherfucker said he wanted to remove food stamps and that type of aid from families and to give them basically food boxes. Well, this was my thing. It's a two-part thing because I was listening to the man Logic, his brother Logic. I came across Logic in Straight Drops off in Straight Drops panel. That's how I came across Logic. Logic was kicking a lot of shit that I agree with. You know, a lot of empowerment shit. You know, even with some of the shit that I agree with, it's still shit. And I'm trying my best to work on my cussing. So I'm shit. You're gonna hear shitting damn a lot. So it's a lot of shit that, even with truth and some of the logic that the brother was kicking, I still had. I agree with y'all, but I don't agree with everything, you know, because let's say they do it and they take away food stamps, blase, blase. Well, my people, when, you know, not my mother and father, but, you know, people I know, when they were getting food stamps or aid, they was getting things that they kids needed, you know, whether they had, they was allergic to certain type of foods, you know, it was like a criteria of things that they could get. They wasn't just going out buying a bunch of junk food, buying a bunch of Roman noodles, posting up at the convenience stores and selling their stamps and shit like that. Even though you got people who abuse it, you gonna always have people to abuse the system. You understand? But with the reason that it really, you know, lit my fires, because everybody's not abusing the system. And I remember the days when, hell, we used to go down to Park Duval, and my mother, she used to get the damn the silver pack of cheese. You know, we used to get the white label juices, the white label canned goods and things like that, the cereal and the white boxes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought about that, and it kind of it touched me, because, you know, it was, man, y'all just don't understand how hard my mother and father had to work. And everybody's not as blessed to have those type of people in their corner. Some people give up, you know. If you take that institutionalized. Some of these people are institutionalized with the government's help that they getting, you know. And the reason I brought up Logic, because Logic felt like, you know what, if you teach these people how to fish, or you teach these people how to farm, you know, they can sustain their stuff, and they can eat, and they can do this and do that. Well, you know, right? That's half right, but at the same time, here in Louisville, Kentucky, we had in the hood, you know, in the urban community, we had a community garden. Wasn't that big? It probably was on a half a damn acre. A community garden. You want the whole community to eat off a half a garden? And then at the same time, like, who's keeping up with this shit? Because even with gardening, you got to deal with pests. You know, you got to deal with pests. What I'm trying to say is, a lot of examples and a lot of quick fixes that the brother was coming up with, they work on paper. You know what I'm saying? We have, what is that? We got a water hole in our hood, pond in Chickasaw Park. The fish ain't worth eating. You can't eat those fish. You understand me? So it means you got to drive way out somewhere to go fishing. We can't go fishing in the Ohio River because those fish are not safe to eat. So when you say that you can go fishing and you can do this and do that, where? The fish that we have here that's being sold in the markets, they getting brought in from somewhere else. You understand me? It's just not being locally grown here. It was a thing. And then the brother got to talking about people being called bumpkins. You know, country folk, city folk calling country folk bumpkins, and how they got head starts on people. All that's cool. All that's cool. But the same way we was talking about, what is it? When rich people come in and buy up all the property, gentrification. We got a lot of that going on, where we had Homes for Habitat come in. What is this? 2018. So back in 2000, from 2006 to 2009, you had Homes for Habitat come in, started to help, single mothers or low income based families. That they would come in and help you build your house, but you would have to help build another house. And went towards, like, far as hours towards your house. You know what I'm saying? Work hours. I guess like almost like community service. You know, but they were shotgun houses. Some of them was bi-levels or duplexes, but they had no basements. The foundation wasn't solid. When I say solid, it flooded. It rained and it flooded. As much rain that we had got since like 93, 94 type deals. It flooded damn near the whole West End. The West End was all the black people lived. It flooded damn near the whole entire West End. Like, literally. See, like what we got down in the West now, see, this was our second, that I know of, this was our second to third worst major flood. We have poles, like telephone poles. They got like signs that says this was the last flood mark. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 6 foot. The markings went up to 5'6". In some places it was higher. So just imagine not be able to do nothing. You surfboarding through the water. In the 2000s, the cane came up to your waist. So you seeing every bit of 5 foot, almost 4, a little bit over 4'8". The lowest I seen was right around your kneecap. So let's say around 2 feet of water. You understand me? So all of that, what I'm gonna do is I'm off tomorrow. I'm gonna go back live, and I'm gonna take y'all through my city, and I'm gonna show y'all block by block, piece by piece, what it looked like here. Because everybody's always got a quick answer, a quick fix on how to do shit. But on paper, that shit sounds good. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm with the brothers. I'm all with empowerment. We got an urban league. And we got a what's the other damn the NIA Center. Both of them was put down here for the black community to cater to black people, to help get you with assistance if you need, you need housing, you need what's that other shit that you pay, utilities, TARC for this, that, and the other. I know they got computers down there. You can go apply, look for jobs, just do research, different type of things down there. I haven't been in the NIA Center. I'm near 35. I haven't been in the NIA Center since I was in my early 20s. Because, shit, during that time, I was going through a transition period, and I was really trying to get back on my feet and shit like that. But, so I don't know what they offer down there. I can find out. You understand me? That's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to ask them, what is it that y'all have to offer as far as programs? You know what I'm saying? Because like I was saying the other day, when inmates get released back out into the population, what is it that they can, look at Sean Dauphine ass, what is it that they can contribute back to society other than just another problem, or another body, you know what I'm saying, another mouth to feed, or another hand, or another panhandler on the corner, or another going back to doing what the fuck they did. I said shit and damn was gonna be the only thing I said. I'm sorry about that. I just get caught up in speaking sometimes. But you know, it's things like that stick out to me. Because yeah, okay, we can form, we can do this, they're gonna ever. My thing would have been to that panel was, tell me something about farming, because I seen the lady in the chat say something about, hell, if you can grow weed, we can grow vegetables. Once again, people speak about things that they probably don't know nothing about. Some people, they think growing anything is just as getting some dirt, putting some water on it, and it'll grow. It's a lot more. It's levels to this shit. You understand me? Listen to me. If you don't believe me, you can go to my page so you can see the videos and shit that I like. I know what I'm talking about. I know how to grow some shit. You understand me? When shit get right here, I start letting y'all into my world. But when if I get this panel and shit up cracking, I go into more detail on shit. It's levels to, you got vegetation, you got flowering, you got blooming, you got so much. It's so much different levels. Trust me, honey, it's more than just getting you some seeds, digging a hole, throwing the seeds in there, and letting it rain on it. Trust me, it's a lot more to it than just that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to worry about harvest. You got to worry about the climate changing. Like, it's a lot of different. It's a lot of different things that's going on. Then, you know, who's gonna teach these classes? If you live in the hood, or you live in apartments, you live where it's concrete jungles, where can we form at? You know what I'm saying? You speaking to brothers that's never seen anything other than a concrete jungle. If it ain't on their phone or on their TV, they have never seen it whatsoever. So you talking about farming, you talking about fishing to people that only know about killing and crime and what they see every day. That's going in one ear and out the other, bro. That ain't. No. Yeah. Our people need a better way. You damn right our people need a better way. Our people need a better damn way. You right. And, you know, I would say, bro, I haven't been fishing. Last time I was fishing was at Chickasaw Park. I'm going to take y'all to Chickasaw Park. Let y'all see the pond. Last time I went fishing in Chickasaw Park, I was 9, 10. I'm 34. I'll be 34 this year. I was 9 and 10 when the last time I've been fishing. Like, all that shit sounds good, man. You understand? It's gonna take more. You know, those are good ideas. Don't get me wrong. Those are good ideas, because I definitely feel like trade should be taught again in high schools, elementary, middle schools. And farming, agriculture, cultivating, all that should be taught, man. You got to. That's like here in Kentucky, what was it? Riflery. They made it an elective. Riflery is a fucking elective. Excuse me. Excuse me. Riflery is an elective. It's also, you can even take it up in college. Riflery. Listen to what I'm saying. Riflery. When I heard it, I was like, God damn, Kentucky shit. Like, why? Riflery? Come on, man. Come on, man. Riflery, though. Out of every damn thing we could have had. But back to the president. Now, I brought up the president at the beginning of this because I strongly feel like, and I want to remove race out of this as best as I can. But how can a rich white man, I'm gonna remove race totally out of it. How can rich people tell poor people, because it's poor white people, Mexicans, Cubans, Jamaicans, you name it, that's living here. How can you tell anybody who's struggling out here what they can and what they cannot eat? Now, I was with the give them a drug test thing. You know what I'm saying? I was totally would give them a drug test. I was totally give them a drug test. I honestly felt like if they pissed anything other than prescription pills, they better have a prescription for those pills that they take. If they piss dirty for weed, that's cool. That's weed. I'm not tripping off weed. I don't condone in pills like that. I don't even like take headache medicine. But as far as narcotics, cocaine, heroin, you name it, them type of drugs, designer drugs, I wasn't with that. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. So whatever they own, put them in counseling, get them rehab. I would say I give you a 3 strikes type of deal. If you mess that up, then that's on you. But I don't want to be like that, because I understand, you know, flesh is weak. And as humans, you know, it don't take much for us to get sidetracked off what we need to do here. Just in this here video, I've been sidetracked a lot. So, you know, with that said and done, just think if you was trying to get your life on track, you know what I'm saying? And you might get enticed to fall back off that wagon. Boom. There you go. Now they trying to take your benefits from you because you fell back off the wagon. But when they fall off the wagon, the shit gets brushed under the rug. When they pay porno stars to cover up they rendezvous and things like that, that shit gets swept under the rug, you know, and this a slap on the wrist. But I don't understand how these people take trips on Air Force One, any private airplanes, jets, or whatever, and it's paid with our hard-earned money, tax dollars. They don't have the answer for it. They don't pay taxes. They finesse their way out of taxes. They finesse their way out of having an answer for anything that they do. But here it is, you know, you want to take and ration out what people are getting. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like they ain't doing what they supposed to be doing with it. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. Damn, I forgot. Then don't get me wrong. I'm with, like I said, I'm with the drug testing of the folks. I'm totally with that. Totally with that. But this bitch hurt. Look, I got distracted again because I almost cold killed somebody. And I'm looking straight, but we totally had the green light, and she chose to. I guess she's part of X-Men or something. She felt the light turning. Crazy helpful. But yeah, though, it just kind of, you know, it kind of boom, 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 boom. And another thing, why I got your attention, man, I was watching a video earlier. And it had the brother Dick Gregory on, rest in peace, Dick Gregory. He was talking about, it was two parts. First part, what is that? Oh no. Stop in them pants though. The first I'm sorry. Hey, I'm single. Hey, don't judge me. The first part was about Emmett Till and how that they were saying, remember earlier, it was the middle of last year, that the lady who had said that Emmett Till had whistled at her, she came back and retracted her story. Well, come to find out, she had already retracted her story like 2 or 3 times already in the past. But they try to play it up like it was something new. Not only that. Come to find out that it was black people, some black people that had something to do with luring Emmett Till out of his house. Luring Emmett Till out of his house. I believe his uncle said that he seen a black man or 2 black men standing on the porch. They even got an interview with one of the guys remaining survivors of the incident, and they did an interview with him. It's like, man, they trying to get the case reopened. I said, man, that's crazy. When you think the statute of limitations would be closed on a case like that, like, I think it's like over 40 years ago, almost 50 years ago, if not longer. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man, that's crazy. But yeah, the whole theme of that video was watch who you keep around you, because just because we black don't mean, you know, you got my interests and best interests. But at the same time, man, ain't no telling if that's true and black folks did have something to do with it. Ain't no telling, you know, what whoever did pressure them to make them help them type deal. You know, it shit was crazy. But Abernathy, was that who it was? Abernathy. As far as the Martin Luther King stuff, brother Dick Gregory was showing a video and basically said where, who was it, Jesse Jackson, Abernathy, and there was another reverend. They all was going to, they were supposed to be going to like a rally, speech, but it was like a real bad storm or something that was going on, and Dr. King called them and told them to go ahead and go. He said he wasn't going to go. He was going to stay back and work on the a speech. It was a speech he was working on, and the Poor People's Movement speech. And they was like, cool. So when Jesse Jackson and Abernathy, I can't think of who the other brother name was, like when they showed up to the rally, everybody was cheering, thinking, you know, everybody was cheering and applauding, thinking the doctor was with them, Dr. King was with them. But when they seen, they was like, nah. So, you know, they was looking around, they was like, man, this ain't the place that we need to be. So they called him back, and he told them like where they was gonna meet up at. I know I'm kind of chopping it up and I won't get it right, so more likely I'm going to speak it and then I'm going to end up playing it again. 9 times out of 10, Rebel, he may have it, but if not, I'm going to play it for y'all. Yeah, but basically, he was saying like when they at the Lorraine Hotel, you know, they go over there to get him. And when Dr. King, so they go in to get him. And it was crazy, like how the brother was wording it. He was like, because, you know, we was standing there and like they wanted to take a shot. So I stepped back so they can take a clear shot. So when I took a step back, that's when they shot. And the crowd was like, oh, like literally, I'm a fan it. I'm a player for y'all. Y'all gonna beat me. Y'all gonna beat me. Y'all like, whoa, it was crazy. But until then, man, bless up. Y'all have a wonderful day. And yeah. Gotta get right, man. Gotta get right. I know I'm looking a little rough, man. I gotta get my wig back right, baby. Yeah. Nah, it's good seeing y'all though. Everybody who stopped through, watch the video, I appreciate it. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, man. I appreciate y'all. Everything y'all do, I will return the favor, man. Love y'all 100.